My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today we are doing, well, it's a kind of new reading. I've done a reading similar to it on my Pick a Card channel, but this is a new one, and it is their first impressions of you as compared to now. Okay? All right, so we're going to get into this, and whilst I shuffle the cards, let me tell you a few things. One, don't forget our spiritual recalibration class, and that's spiritual recalibration for health class is going to be this Sunday. So if you've not signed up, I'll put a link down below, and it's one of those classes where you don't need any prior experience. Okay, I call it my all-inclusive classes, right? What's underneath here? Ooh, isolation. Yeah, definitely feeling that. I mean, hermit vibes right through. The next thing is this reading that I'm about to do is also on my website. So if you like it, you can get your own personalized one. A lot of you guys have been doing the work, and the Spirit just wants you to know that your work is being seen and it is being felt. And it's something that has been coming through from my main guide Janice for a while now. But I had a dream last week about me and my mom, and there was some other female ancestor there, and we were standing up on the lawn by my grandmother's house. And suddenly the earth started to shake, and the whole foundation of the house was uprooted. And I took that to mean that, and this moment, that there's a cycle that's closing out, and you are closing it out, and is going to shake the whole foundation of your ancestral tree. And it's what you're meant to do. This is what you're meant to do in this lifetime. You are breaking generational curses, and it could be the simplest things, just in maybe the way you're eating, or the way you're navigating your relationships, or actually accessing mental health interventions for whatever might be bothering you, accessing support, whatever it is, whatever you're doing right now that's closing off a cycle. However you're doing things differently from your ancestry, it is being felt through your whole ancestral line. And then my brother reminded me this week that my grandmother's house is actually about to be demolished. So if that isn't the end of a cycle, I don't know what is. Okay? So I just want to let you know that. Okay, so let's get into this reading. Now I'm using some new decks today, the Cupid cards. Well, I won't say new. Haven't used Cupid cards in a while, but new is definitely Disney villains. And I bought about 3 years ago, but I never used it because I realized I didn't know all these villains. So I have been on a Disney binge whole weekend so I can bring more depth to the reading and to really do the deck justice. I believe in that. All right, so what we want to get, we want to get a card for the first time they met you. And by met, I mean like saw you online, saw your pic, maybe first time they spoke to you, first time you guys bumped into each other, whatever it is. We want to get a significator for the first time they met you. Yeah, touch this card. Let's get this one. We have the Lover. So immediate recognition, and it could be that they may have felt something deeper, but definitely they were thinking about sex. Okay, they were definitely seeing you as that. So this was an instant recognition and an instant attraction. I don't know if they thought about the depths. I want to read what's here. How deep they want to take this, but they definitely saw you as a partner. It says you are surrounded by possibilities for pleasure, right? So they saw you as a possibility for pleasure. And though enjoy the moment with all you find attractive, and love's gentle power you will attract with graceful manners, charm, and tact. So probably that's how they saw you, as someone who is elegant and very different to what they're accustomed to experience. It says manners, charm, and tact. So it felt like whatever you were doing, you were very different from what they knew, and they saw you as someone maybe very diplomatic, someone who presents themselves well, maybe someone who's very articulate, whatever it is, you caught their attention right away. You'll find true love by working less and smiling more to look your best. So maybe you were having a good time. Enjoy yourself and celebrate the one you're with, maybe your mate. So they really had a thought, listen, this could be the one, you know. They had it. This could be the one, right? That's what they thought right away. This could be the one. Now let's get a little deeper look into what they were thinking. So they were seeing you as lover potential, right? An avenue for pleasure. But it may have sparked even deeper than that. Let's see what else was on their mind. So they saw you, they thought, this is a possibility. This is a viable option. What else were they thinking? Let's get a little bit into that. Ooh, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. But what you may not have known is that person was either still entangled with somebody else, or this person may not have been ready for love. There was some cycle that they were just repeating with this behavior. Let's get some more cards and see. So there was still a karmic cycle afoot. Some hurt, some pain, something was unfinished in their life. So I feel for some of them, they were just coming out of a breakup. I don't know if you know it. They were just coming out of a breakup and they were still hurt, right? We have the Six of Swords in reverse. Six of Swords in reverse, you're not healed, you're on the rebound, right? So you didn't know that they were on the rebound, or maybe you didn't know. Maybe you were on the rebound too, right? So you didn't know that they were on the rebound. Something was not, there was some kind of loose end there that wasn't closed. And they may have been looking at you as an avenue whereby they could drown their pain. And if they are always mirroring us, you have to look at yourself and see, were you also looking for a distraction as well? Okay. All right. So we have someone who was emotionally unavailable. So even though they recognize you as a lover potential, they see that in you, they see you as an avenue for pleasure possibility. This person still had, still pretty raw from another situation. Okay. What else was here? Queen of Swords in reverse, right? So, this situation, it could be a mother figure that they have been kind of enmeshed with, and they were either recreating that situation with you, or there was some sort of rebellion that they thought that they were doing by choosing you. But either way, this person is accustomed to verbal abuse and chaos in their love life, okay, with this Queen of Swords energy. They're also used to communication issues in their relationships. They don't speak their needs. They expect people to be clairvoyant and know exactly what they need. And when you don't meet those needs in the relationship, they get really hurt, and they don't even speak and let you know that they're being hurt. So everything is going on inside, and they're being resentful, they're being bitter, whatever it is. And sometimes you have no clue because they don't know how to communicate in a relationship. And they've always had relationships where communication was an issue. What else is happening here? Are all these cards in reverse? Let me just check. No. Okay. Just making sure. It's a new deck. All right. Sun in reverse. Right. So they weren't happy. They were looking for supply. They were looking for someone to bring the happiness, bring the sunshine, bring the joy into their life. They may have actually been depressed. when you met this person, but this was not someone who was ready for a healthy relationship. So they saw you there as a lover, but the undercurrent here is they were looking for escape. All right, let's get a little deeper. So that's what was going on in the mind. So even though they might have been present, whether physically with you or they're talking with you online or whatever, in the subconscious, what's happening is that their mind is on a different situation, particularly on some sort of ending in a significant relationship in their life, and they were looking for escape. Let's get into their feelings. So, saw you as a possibility for love, saw you as a lover, recognition, but we have here someone who was afraid of being hurt, right? Running scared. Feelings the first time they met you. So you might have even though they were attracted to you, they may have felt, you know what, I cannot get entangled with this because this person can truly, truly, truly break my heart. All right, what were they feeling? Unsure. What do they do? Right? For some of them, they may have had a recent breakup and they were thinking about going back with that person. Either way, things were not closed off with that person, right? They might have even been on a temporary break. So they had a choice. Do they do something new, take a chance on you, right? Take a chance on you. Or do they go back to another situation? Some of them were still in a situation. So they're like, okay, do I do something new, take a chance on something new, or do I stay where I'm at, right? So already, we've been getting this torn into energy, but this person has always been torn into. Okay, that's how it started. Let's get another card. What were they feeling? Right? We have yes. So something in their psyche, their soul, their spirit is saying, yes, this is the one. You're making a right decision. This is definitely soulmate energy. Part of them were like, this is a go. And then the next part of them was like, nah, not too sure about this at all. Not too sure about it. So that same inner conflict has always been there from the moment they met you, right? This is not something new that they developed. They've always felt conflicted. What else? Loving. Oh, they felt the love. They felt the love. Romantic, passionate, and intimate, right? So immediately they felt like, oh, sunshine come back into my life, right? They felt buoyant. They felt alive, right? And they hadn't felt like this for a long time. This even looks like fireworks. So this person was feeling all the feels, right? But past experiences in love and relationships with their family was making them hesitate, and they were feeling unsure. What else were they feeling? Trusting. Yeah, they want to trust you. They felt like they could trust you. Something about how you were carrying yourself, maybe the conversation that you guys were having, they felt that you were someone trustworthy right away. They felt like you were someone that they could depend on, you were someone that they could confide in. They felt safe. But then another part of them is like, yeah, but what if? What if this is all a game? What if this is an act? What if this person is just wearing a mask? What if they're just putting on a show? Remember the last time? So even though they were feeling all these things for you and they felt really positive about the experience, because they had not debriefed from a past situation or from past hurts or trauma, it really made them second guess what they were feeling. And that's what trauma does, right? It makes us second guess our gut instincts, because this person's gut instincts were, you are the one. That was their gut instinct. This is my lover. This is who I'm destined to be with. That was their gut instinct. But the mind, the ego, trauma was like that loudspeaker that we're hearing in the background. I'm going to pause because it's going to annoy you. He's going to come closer. 1 second. And that was actually like, there are these guys that go around and they buy old parts, especially scrap iron, right? So it was the past. Remember, everything that happens in a reading is part of the reading. So it was the past that kept echoing in their mind, right? Things they should have really thrown away, it just kept coming back in, right? Because they never really dealt with it. They never really dealt with their relationship with their parents, whether their parents were absent or present, right? This person doesn't deal. They just leave and then they find somebody else to distract themselves with. So at that time, there was a lot of things that were unresolved, and these unresolved issues from the past just kept echoing. Okay. All right. Let's see. 6 months down the line in your relationship, let's get an energy for that. How are they feeling 6 months down the line? The nurturer, right? So falling even deeper. I wouldn't say under your spell, right? But it could be under your spell. Falling even deeper in love, and they saw you as someone who was really caring. So it reinforced their first impressions of you, right? This is the Empress. The Empress is the nurturer. I think in one of these decks, she's called the nurturer. I think it's one of those. It's one of those John Holland decks, I think. She's called the nurturer, right? So they saw you as the Empress. Everything they found out about you in that time told them, like, this is the one. This is someone absolutely special. So they just kept falling deeper in love with you. It says, make it obvious that you know how to meet your partner's needs. So they felt like even though they had issues with communicating their needs, somehow you were able to tap into them. And maybe that was your intuition, okay, your perceptiveness, right? But they saw, like, this person, like, they just know me. They know exactly what I need at the right time. So they were marveling at that deep spiritual connection between you guys. Make it obvious that you know how to meet your partner's needs for loving acceptance and security. So they felt safe, they felt seen, and most of all, more than seen, they felt accepted, they felt embraced, right? Because by that time, you guys had seen the good, the bad. I don't know if you had seen the ugly yet, but certainly you had got an inkling of what this person's shadow might be like. And they still felt like you accepted all of them. It says, to make your home a sweet loveliness, and they felt that you could be a good homemaker, like they could come home to a sanctuary. Acts like a parent who knows best. So now we see in one of the shadows in the relationship, you were being the nurturer, but what you were doing was parenting this person. So I don't know if you were a parentified child. Older sisters checking in, right? Eldest girl checking in, only girl checking in, right? Second child checking in, right? I don't know if you were parentified, but you were doing that with your relationships. And when we are the parent, we sacrifice our own for our children, don't we? Right? So they're prioritizing this person's needs. So they were feeling all the love. There's no wonder that they were falling deeper in love with you, because you were giving all the love and not thinking about if your own needs for love and acceptance were being met. Your loved one's needs should be your own. Bless them with your hearth and home. You know a love that's also rare and unconditional love to share. So they were feeling, okay, I've found someone incredibly special, incredibly unique, and I'm feeling the unconditional love from this person. But I said it was like a parent-child relationship, and it feels like they were getting all their needs met. But what about you? Okay. Now let's get a significator for how they are seeing you now. How are they seeing you now? So that's 6 months falling deeper in love. How are they seeing you now? Reputation. Try hard to make your actions such that if your guardian angels are watching, they'll be proud. So this person is watching you rise into, I don't know why the word that's coming through is personhood. I don't know why that's coming through. personhood being more embodied, being more empowered, being more transcendent. And they see as well that maybe, I don't know if it's your reputation in the community, your online reputation, your reputation at work, but something here is being elevated, and your reputation in their mind has also been elevated as well. Perhaps so elevated that now we're going to the other end of the extreme now, where they might be worshiping you or putting you on a pedestal. And the thing about putting people on a pedestal is that we don't see them as a human being, right? We see them as a deity to be worshipped. And nobody fucks a deity, right? Nobody lives and makes a home with a deity. So there might be some sort of intimidation going on because they see you as having very, very high standards. And there's nothing that's wrong with that. It's just that this person, they find it to be a challenge to reach up, to level up, and to reach you. So they're daunted, but that's not your problem. It says, about you and your love, what's said should fill your heart with pride, not dread. So they are very proud of you, but I do think there's some dread here because they're feeling like you're unattainable now. You can't control what others say. Control yourself and rule the day. What they like about you as well is how you're fucking unbothered, right? You're not interested in what other people are saying or what they think about you. That's their problem, right? You are pressing on, and certainly you're moving upwardly mobile because of it. The love you seek has need of one respected for their good deeds done, right? So they're also saying that, you have your own emotional needs. And one of those needs is to be seen and also to be nurtured. You are the only person doing the nurturing, right? So they're seeing how upwardly mobile you are. They're seeing how you're elevated. But I do think they're getting intimidated by that. But, it is for them to level up and reach. You never go down into the pit with them. Let's get some more insight on that. So they're seeing reputation. Spirit, give us some little more clarification or clarity on this reputation card and their thoughts around it. All right, we have here the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups talks about our insecurities. And we also have the Four of Swords in reverse. So you being so elevated is bringing into focus their own insecurities and their own baggage, their own hurt and pain. Okay? So it feels like this person has always had some sort of self-esteem issues, and you being so high above them, because this is what it is, that's what they think. You being so high above them is making them feel like that little child again. Because they're showing me a little child like crouched in the corner. That little child again, that was not nurtured, that was not loved, that was not validated. Okay? And it feels like because your person was insecure, they might have been kind of power hungry. They might have been in the energy of greed or avarice because they're trying to amass things in the physical world so that people don't see how chaotic and how hurt they are inside and how insecure they are, right? So this is where, this is a genesis of your person's mask, right? So you might be with a person, you might be dealing with a person who is, very driven in the material world, but that drive that comes from a place of insecurity. They're still trying to prove themselves to their family, their parents, and to maybe the people that left them behind. Okay, let's get some more thoughts with regard to your reputation. So they're definitely intimidated by you now. Okay, Three of Swords. Okay, they feel like you're leaving them behind. You're just moving forward every step of the way. Every year pushes you forward. You just get higher and higher and higher, and they're just struggling with their little legs to catch up because they're showing me Usain Bolt, and I don't know if you know Atom Bolt. He's a great runner, but his legs aren't long like Usain. He could never beat Usain. So this year's Usain Bolt and they're at a bolt and they're trying to catch you, and you're always like several steps ahead. Just when they think, okay, yeah, I'm feeling good about myself now. I've gotten to their level. You take it a notch further, right? So they feel like they're always playing catch up. What else? What else is driving these thoughts here? What else is going on here? We have the Page of Swords. There's another card that's stuck to it. I mean, like literally stuck. So I feel this is okay. This Page of Swords, a child. We have the High Priestess. All right. There's also a secret from their childhood that they struggle to hide, because the Cheshire Cat, that smile that doesn't reach the eyes, put on the happy face, but it's hiding a world of hurt. Spirit, tell us. I don't know if I'm just gonna ask once. If it doesn't come out, we're not supposed to know. What's the secret from their childhood? We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. All right. So this is who? I think this is Bathshazar, or whatever his name is, from the Aristocats. And he basically gets really annoyed and disillusioned when he hears that his mistress is going to leave all their fortune to their cat. So he feels rejected. He feels like victimized because he's been a faithful servant, right? And this is how his loyalty has been repaid. So it could be that there might have been some sort of isolation or feeling disenfranchised from their childhood. Maybe they weren't treated like the other children that were around, or they weren't treated well. There might have been some sort of neglect here. Knight of Pentacles in reverse though could talk about growing up with a parent. If we're talking about childhood, growing up with a parent who had a mental health issue or was incredibly unstable financially, so you never feel safe. So you have to create safety within yourself, so you learn to be very self-contained. Okay. It could be as well that they've always dealt with, maybe they have always been like functionally depressed. Okay. And that's not something that people know. Maybe they've always been paranoid, right? Knight of Pentacles in reverse is about paranoia, have always had trust issues, and it's related to the past and people just not showing up for them in the past. So that's also going on. Let's see their feelings for you now. Feelings for you now. Still confused as ever, and even more confused now. Even more confused now. Oh my gosh. But we've been getting this energies anyway. Why are they so confused? I mean, they would have sorted themselves out. We have the Three of Wands in reverse. Okay, so it looks like they've been procrastinating a long time, and now they feel like the time to create something new in this relationship, or to create a new beginning, or to even choose this relationship, is running out. Three of Wands in reverse is the energy of frustration as well, right? Frustration. So they were confused and conflicted before, but now when you add the element of time ticking, this is someone that's totally discombobulated here. How are they feeling? All right, peaceful. We have calm, serene centers. I think that they are trying to find these calm and centered moments. And certainly they may be spending a lot of time outdoors, or for some of them, they might find themselves by the river, by the sea, that kind of thing. Just to find a moment of peace so that they can really, like clear out their mind, right? Clear out the mind, and get some sort of clarity here. How else are they feeling now? How else are they feeling? We have how I feel. And it says resolving conflict. So you see all those things that they didn't want to face from the past, they're being forced to face them now. And again, it goes back to the insecurities. What else? Let's get another card. Oh gosh, feeling hopeless. All right. So they feel like this ship has sailed. and that there's no further chances of them moving towards you. They feel like you're done, right? You're done with this, you're moving forward, and you're not interested in them any further, okay? And that's why they feel so down in the dumps. They just feel like you're lost to them, just like how that ship has been lost. Like you're lost to them. You're gone. Okay. In the extended, I'm going to do the same format for the third party. Their first impressions as compared to now. And then I'm going to look at what's going to be your person's next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading. But if you can't join me in the extended, let's see what Spirit's advice for you at this time. Be silent. Right. So this is about stillness, right? Moments of stillness and really convening with yourself. But this is also if you were thinking of reaching out, don't. Don't. Spirit is saying right now it's their move. Okay? Their move. Say nothing. But this is also about if they come forward, really listen to what they're saying and listen to what they're not saying, because that's where you're going to find the gems. Spirit's advice for you at this time: let go. Keep on moving forward. Keep on moving forward. And look at what she's letting go of as well. Just at the bottom there. It's the first time I'm seeing that in this card. Look, there's suitcases. So Spirit's saying this person's trying to let go of their baggage. Okay? You are also being called to do the same. And I think you're doing it. And that's why I got that dream about the foundations being shook, because it's not just your baggage. It is ancestral baggage. And it's weird. I've been getting like an unusual number of ancestral clearing requests. So it is a collective experience. Spirit is saying, leave it behind. Whatever doesn't serve you. When you look at your ancestry and you look at their patterns, especially in love relationships, or maybe just their lifestyle choices, you can identify what's serving them. You can identify what's dysfunctional. How are you going to do things differently? Make a list. All the dysfunctional patterns that you observe in your ancestry. You can make a list for love. You can make a list for lifestyle choices. You can make a list for career and ambitions. And see what dysfunctional patterns you're noticing. Maybe in career, people are choosing what's going to bring them the most money rather than what's really resonating with their heart space. Whatever it is, you make that list and then see how in your life you're doing things differently. Because you are doing it. Okay? Alright, my love, so that was your reading. I hope that was helpful. Please subscribe to your channel and make sure you press all and not personalize. Because if you press personalize, you're basically giving away your power to YouTube to choose for you which of my videos they want to send to you. Right? You should be able to choose. Listen, okay, I want to listen to this Made for Love one, or nah, not feeling this one today. Okay? Alright, my love, so if you can, join me next extended. Otherwise, take care. You're doing the work. You should be proud of yourself.